should be on. Check the audio.
There we go. Yeah, we
Yeah,
good.
we good. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem,
Yeah,
Yahweh God, Hashem, Rakakadai. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect, that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pursuing truth and faith and sincerity. And we the brothers from the GMS Houston camp, uh, coming to you with a lesson, all right, on Romans 8, right? Romans chapter 8 breakdown, going into the Apostle Paul's letters, right? Which to the Israelites, which it says the book of Romans, but we know that these are the Israelites that are in Rome. And the previous lesson we did was on the Romans 7 when Paul was going into the flesh, right? And how that the things that he want to do, he don't do, right? And that the things that he doesn't want to do, those are the things he do because of the flesh, this wicked flesh that we're in, and how that in the flesh was no good thing. But we have a way out of this, through the Spirit, the Yahweh, right? We're not, subject to this flesh, as far as being, condemned through the law. We have been freed, right, through Yahweh. Anything you want to add to it, brother?
No, go ahead. You got it.
Con. But we'll start at the first verse. All right, Romans 8 and 1, he says, deliverance from bondage. All right. So it says, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. And you go into this word condemnation.
Strong's G 2631, katakrima.
Right, it says damnatory sentence, condemnation, right, and adverse sentence, a verdict, condemnation, right. So damnatory sentence. See, so before Yahweh we was down, right, but since he didn't came already, and since he didn't sacrifice his life, right, we are no longer under the curse of the law, right, which I will grab in the book of Galatians. You see, because Yahweh, he became a curse for us. Get that real quick. Galatians 3 and 13, it says, Yahweh have redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree. So he redeemed us basically from the penalty of the law, because we all deserve death. But he took our place in that death, basically. All right. And he freed us from that. He said that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Yahushua, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith, right? Because we can't receive any blessings if we was cursed. So he became that curse for us. Now those blessings are able to come upon us, and now we are able to receive, the promises, right, through faith, and receive righteousness through faith. Because also you go to Romans 10 and 4, it says, for Yahushua is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth. I like how it's written in the, I think it's NLT. It says, for Yahushua has already accomplished the purpose for which the law was given. As a result, who I believe in him are made right with the Most High. Right. Because Yahushua fulfilled it, right? Basically, he was perfect in the law. All right, so that's why he was that perfect sacrifice. So us believing in that perfect sacrifice, we can be covered, right, through his blood. What you gonna say,
All right, I got a precept here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 21. And it reads, for he had made him sin, for he had made him to be sin for us, right? Meaning Yahushua. He is that sacrificial lamb, okay? And the Most High made him to be sin in our stead. It says, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of the Most High in him. So, in other words, all of our sins that we have committed, man, that we have, done, was put upon Yahushua. All of it, okay? Who knew no sin. But yet, all of our guilt went on him. Our iniquities went upon him, man. And he was made that perfect sacrifice for us so that we can be made righteous to the Most High now through the Spirit. As, we're going into, man. Our lives are in Yahushua. So we're free. We're perfect. We're complete, as it says in Colossians chapter 2. Okay? In Yahushua, man. So there's no condemnation to the elect. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 2, Romans 8 and 2. For the law of the Spirit of life in Yahushua Mashiach had made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh. So this was the problem, our flesh, right? Because it couldn't keep the law perfect.
Right.
Because the scripture is going to, Paul already went into the flesh in Romans 7, but it's going to further go into it about how that we were made subject unto vanity. But it says, the Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
Right.
So we see that the righteousness of the law, it can be fulfilled in us from walking after the Spirit, which it said that Spirit is Yahushua. Right? What 2 Corinthians 3:16, I believe. You see? So the Most High sent his own Son down, right, in his sinful flesh, right? But he was perfect in his flesh.
Right.
And he was a sacrifice. But so now to us following after him and believing after him, right, which is, being following after the Spirit, right, the righteousness of the law will be fulfilled.
Right. A quick precept, brother.
Come on.
This is Romans chapter. Righteousness to everyone that believeth. So, in other words, our Lord Yahushua, he's the end goal of what the law wants us to be. All right, he is their standard, man. And so, with us not being able to fulfill the righteousness of the law in the flesh, our belief in Yahushua makes up for that. Okay, he makes up for our shortcomings, man, in the law. And so, therefore, we're counted as righteous because we're in Yahushua, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 5, it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Right.
You see, NLT, right? It says, those who are dominated by the sinful nature think about the sinful things, but those who are controlled by the Holy Spirit think about things that please the Spirit, right? Because we're not controlled, by this flesh anymore, even though we do have shortcomings, right, here and there. But we're not dominated by it. We're not subject unto doing what the flesh wants us to do, because we have received, the Spirit, right, from Yahweh, from Yahushua, and he's basically show us how to please him. See?
All right, I got a quick precept, brother.
Come on.
This is Sirach chapter 18 in verse 30. All right, this is GNT Bible. It says, don't be controlled by your lust. Keep your passions in check. And this is what we do through the Spirit, man. We check the flesh, all right? Niggas in the world can't check the flesh. They're controlled by the desires of the flesh, all right, to just do wickedness. But we have a defense through the Holy Spirit, man, to say, hey, no. I'm not going to commit adultery with that woman. I'm not going to eat pork. I'm not going to have sex on the Sabbath day, okay? I'm going to keep the Most High ways, man. It says, if you allow yourself to satisfy your every desire, you will be a joke to your enemies. And this is what Jake do, man. They They indulge in all of the things of the flesh, man. And this is why they look crazy as hell on the internet.
Right.
Jake looked crazy, bro. I just saw a video of a big fat sloppy BW man, okay, standing in front of her door, butt naked, recording it, man, and then gonna run when the dude who's her neighbor.
I
He's
seen that shit, man. Bro, what the fuck? Like, what you doing out
why,
there,
bro? Why? Why, bro?
Getting
That's
a
something
move
that,
fast enough
bro.
to get out the way.
She should be kicked out of the apartment complex. I will file a complaint to get that hoe up out of there, bro. I don't want to live next to nobody like that, man. Lord have mercy, bro. Okay? So here back in the scripture, okay, Sirach 18, right? In verse 31 again, it says, if you allow yourself to satisfy your every desire, you will be a joke to your enemies. It says, okay, yeah. That was it on there, brother. Go ahead,
I had Ephesians 4:17. This I say therefore and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their minds. And this is how they live. Hey, whatever the flesh say to do, they with it. They don't have, any type of conscience or maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
right.
They just with it. All right. Because they got all type of motivation, right, to do their wickedness. The people that they look up to, the music, the movies. It says having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. So the Most High ultimately got them blinded, right? That's why they walking in the way that they walk, right? It says who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, right? Past feeling, right? They don't have a conscience when doing these things. They don't feel bad, right? It says they have no sense of shame.
Right.
They live for lustful pleasure and eagerly practice every kind of impurity. So they happy to do this shit.
Yeah. No shame. Like that big woman that we were talking about. Why you on the internet butt naked, bro? Looking terrible, man. Like just no shame, no honor, just nothing, man.
Probably got kids and all.
Yeah, bro. She has family, okay? People, bro, in today's society, your family name don't mean nothing in this world, bro. Honor isn't tied right to your family name anymore. People just do the hell they want to do, bro. Just completely disrespectful, no honor, no nothing. But I mean, just people just out here just bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, dog.
Verse 5, it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So when you live like that and you let the flesh take over you, then hey, that's death. The Lord Spirit ain't dealing with you. And you don't have the Lord protect you
Right.
for being involved in the flesh like that. Right? Because we in the flesh too, but like we were just stating, hey, we don't let it just control our every move, and just because we get a thought, don't mean we just act upon it.
Right.
You see? But it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So to follow after the spirit, hey, you have a peaceful life, right? You're not gonna be out here getting into, BS. You see, as the average, Israelite is doing. All right, it's like whatever situation it might be. It's like you out, we not out, looking for fights or trying to get into fights with people, even though somebody might say something, that might offend us. We ain't just gonna throw a punch at him, because he said, oh, look at that nigga's shoes or something like that.
Right.
And now you want to fight. Nah, that's carnal. And you end up doing that, then now you end up dead because somebody said they ain't like your shoes or something like that. That's just a little small example, right? But it's shit going on like that, every day.
Right.
See?
Yeah, we're a precept about.
Con.
This is Galatians chapter 5 in the GNT Bible. Galatians 5:16, it says, What I say is this: let the Spirit direct your lives, and you will not satisfy the desires of the human nature. When you're walking in your house, man, okay, who wills the Spirit, all right, you won't fulfill the desires of this human nature, this flesh, okay, because you're thinking about your house and righteousness and what will He do in these situations, man. You're always thinking about the commandments. How does the Most High feel about this decision or this action, right? That's walking in the Spirit. Being mindful of the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. It says, for what our human nature wants is opposed to what the Spirit wants. And what the Spirit wants is opposed to what our human nature wants. It says these two are enemies, and this means that you cannot do what you want to do. If the Spirit leads you, then you are not subject to the law. So it's all about following the Spirit, man. Okay? Be led by the Spirit, and you won't be subject basically to the flesh, as you see niggas in the world today, man. Okay? Go ahead, Doc.
It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be.
Right. Your mind, bro. Your mind is against the Most High, bro. That is scary. To have a mind opposed to the Heavenly Father, you need help, man. And the scriptures give you the help. Okay, go ahead, Doc.
Right, it says, for the sinful nature, in NLT, for the sinful nature is always hostile to the Most High. It never did obey the Most High's laws. It never will. NIV, the mind governed by the flesh is hostile to the Most High. It does not submit to the Most High's law, nor can it do so.
Right.
So like you said, that just that mindset, the Most High hates that mindset. And you got a lot of our people operating in that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's gonna perish, because it said that to be carnally minded is death. But that's all Jake knows, to be carnal.
Yep.
And to be into the flesh. But it says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
Right. At all. And this truth is all about pleasing Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. So you got to do it in the Spirit, man. Do things of the Spirit, bro. That's how you please the Most High. And it starts with faith, okay? It starts with faith. Go ahead, Doc.
So hey, you gotta make a decision. You want to please the Most High, please the flesh.
Right.
It says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Yahweh, he is none of his. So if you ain't in the Spirit, you ain't following the Spirit. Hey, you don't belong to Yahweh. Hey, you operating under some other spirit, right? A demonic spirit.
Yeah, demon. Tripping, dog. And you got guys that so-called in the truth like that, man. Who sing Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai and on the highways and byways, but his actions oppose the mind of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. What the scriptures say. Guys out here, long hair lined up, prophesying with 50 hats on, and all manner of just, wickedness, bro. Women out on the highways and byways preaching, women talking about their part of 144,000, all this stuff, man. You're not of Yahweh, man. You're doing what you want to do. The Bible is clear, bro. And you think that Jake in the truth would know better, would do better. But that's not the case. You got niggas amongst Israel, man. Just in truth, so-called freestyling, doing it their own way, fulfilling their own lust, their own bellies, man, and not Yahweh Shai. You know what, brother? Real quick, let me get that in Philippians 3 real quick. Let me get that. This is Philippians 3, and I'm gonna start at 17. It says, this is GNT. It says, keep on imitating me, my friends. Pay attention to those who follow the right example that we have set for you. I have told you this many times before, and now I repeat it with tears. There are many who lives, excuse me, many who lives, many who lives make them enemies of Mashiach death on the cross. It says they are going to end up in hell because their God is their God is their bodily desires. They are proud of what they should be ashamed of, and they think only of things that belong to this world. That's Jake, man. You're gonna end up in hell, nigga. You're gonna end up in hell, man. Hey, look, bro, for the 1,000th time, bro, there's no mystical place, brothers and sisters. You go and burn for eternity like the IUIC is teaching, man. That is complete madness, bro. Esau not even gonna be nowhere burning for eternity, bro. That means that the Most High is going to destroy you, okay? That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be destroyed. And burnt in that fire, that nuclear fire. That's the hell you're going to experience. That destruction, man. But you got guys out here, you know, guys and gals out here just doing what they want to do. And they're proud about it. Nigga talking cash money, bro. Man, Paul ain't the Lord. Paul ain't, okay. All right, brother. Do what you want to do then. But know that judgment is coming. Okay? Go ahead, Doc.
It says, like I said, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. So the spirit in you, you ain't in the flesh. But it said, if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Mm-hmm. So if that spirit in you, then you're going to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. But hey, if not, it's going to show. He said, now if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai, he is none of his. And if Yahweh Shai be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness.
Right. Yeah. Though our outward man perish, the inward man's renewed day by day. Because the life is in the spirit, man. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
Come on. It says, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. And that's what happened. He spoke about that in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. Mm-hmm. And you had he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, right, in the old ways that we used to live. But it says, and you had he quickened. Let's see. I don't even think they ain't even got the word right here.
Yeah.
You gotta go to somewhere else. Let's see.
John 6:63, I believe.
Yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna grab that next. Let's see. I go to it right here. John 6:63. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth; the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." Right. So you're going to quickeneth.
Strong's G 2227, Zoa poieo. Zoa poieo.
Said to make alive, right? You see, give life, quicken, to produce alive, to get bear living, to cause to live, to make alive, to give life, and that's what happened through the words, right? To restore life through this truth. We have been given life,
right?
The Revelation 11 speaks about the spirit of life entering into us, and that's what happened through Yahushua.
Right.
So even though we was living in sin, right? We was living in these corrupt bodies, right? Being spiritually dead. Hey, we received life through Yahweh Shah, through this gospel.
Yes, sir.
Go back here. It says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh. And so we don't gotta do what the flesh wants us to do.
Right.
NLT, therefore, dear brothers and sisters, you have no obligation to do what your sinful nature urges you to do. I forgot where that said. Basically, you become a servant unto um damn what that said, man.
Romans 6.
Okay, right. You mentioned that too before the lesson. Unto what you allow, basically. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Go to
Keep it
Romans
wrong.
6. I think it's around. Start like at verse like at 12, I believe. Start like verse 12.
It's Romans 6 and 12. It says, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof. Right? You don't be controlled by the shit.
Right.
Right? Because if you being controlled by it, then you don't got the spirit of Yahweh. Right? You ain't disciplined. All right. It says, neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. Right? Basically going into your body, the thing that you do, your actions, right?
Right.
But yield yourselves unto the Most High as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto the Most High. So you combating, those evil thoughts or what the flesh want to do, but you doing things in the spirit.
Right.
Let me see what the word yield means. So yield.
Strong's G 3936. Paristemi. Paristemi.
All right, let's see. It might not be the word I was looking for.
For yield.
Yeah, 'cause I know it means kind of like to give up. If this is the word I was looking for.
Okay, so click on the word yield. Uh,
Yeah,
go to the let me see. Yield yourselves.
bring it to ones. I might be thinking about another word, bro.
Yeah, but see, that word is a compound word.
Hold up, let me see. Let me go to one of these. Might not be that one.
Or you know what? I go to the what you call it, bro. Damn,
The
yeah.
what? You said what?
I go to go, I go to the view entry, right there, Divine Expository view entry. Hold on. What's that strong number again?
This one is G2476.
Okay, it's 2476. All right, now go to the view entry. Then click view entry text. View entry context. So that was G. What was it, G 2476? So scroll down till you see that strong number.
This right here.
So what it says to
It says
stand
to stand, surrender, to bold,
above.
stability, to the charging. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I probably was thinking of something else, bro.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's go back. Let's see what it says in the NLT. It says, do not let any part of your body become an instrument of evil to serve sin. Instead, give yourselves completely to the Most High, for you are dead, but now you have a new life. So use your whole body as an instrument to do what is right for the glory of the Most High. So it kind of like yield is going into giving up. But I thought that they was going to say that in there.
Yeah. I keep reading on. I said started at 12, but just I keep reading.
So it says, for sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
Mm-hmm.
What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness. Right? So whatever you obey, hey, that becomes your master. So if
Right.
you obey your body or this flesh and the lust that it wants, hey, it became your master. Right? But you gotta obey the spirit. That's that fight between the spirit and the flesh. You see?
Yep. And you see what a servant is, a servant of flesh get you. Okay, Lil Wayne, right? Lil Uzi Vert, them niggas, Sexy Red, through. All right, they ain't walking in the spirit. You think the Most High with them niggas? They ain't with them niggas. They're finished. Okay, Jake in the world, man. I mean, our people destroyed, bro. And the flesh has become a culture amongst our people, man. That is scary, bro. Like, if you're not serving the flesh amongst Jake, you're lame. You're a square. You, you're not a real nigga. You're not cultured. That is scary, man. So I'd rather not go amongst niggas, man. Cause I might end up whooping one of their ass. So I just want to just go amongst them niggas, bro. I ain't no corner man. But being amongst niggas, a nigga go too far, man. Like Jake has no limits to their wickedness, man. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Romans 8:13. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. Right? The wickedness, basically what it's going into, like we just read in Romans 6. You can go here to Colossians 3:5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, right, which is basically going into adultery, uncleanness, which can be physical uncleanness or spiritual. All right. It said inordinate affection. When you go inordinate affection, basically going into evil lust, right? Even concupiscence kind of wants the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Right? Lusting after, like, what you about to say?
I want to say no. Inordinate affection is a damn fruit fly. Okay.
Yeah.
A rainbow individual. That's not ordinary. It's inordinate affection, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And also the uncleanness, bro. You look, brothers. You brothers gotta take care of yourselves out there, man. Don't be out here in the earth, brother. All smelly and stuff, brother. Wash yourself, man. Like Jake should know this, but hey, don't be no unclean brother, man. Like brother be going into the incense, the creams and the oils. Get into that stuff, man. Do not be out here just all busted and disgusted, man. Take care of yourself, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
Even with putting your piece in everything out here.
Right.
And you see, like the girl might be filthy, or you just trying to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. That shit is unclean, bro.
Right. You go to her house, shit out on the floor. And then, brother, you don't want to do nothing like that, Doc.
Yeah.
Please don't, brother. Please do it. And look, I've seen how nasty women can get, man. Okay. I grew up around a lot of women, bro. They oh my goodness. But especially, brother, if you're dealing with a woman who just don't care about herself out, get out of that situation, brother. You should know better anyway, okay?
Right.
But if you're thinking in the flesh, being carnal, then you go in there with Chantel last and you catch something. Now you asking brother, hey, what's that? What's some herbs for chlamydia? What's that? No, brother. Come on, brother. Now I'm not saying just because a woman look good on the outside that she cleans in the. I'm not saying that, brother, but you just should know, like, certain situation, bro, like you should just think, bro, and should just know. You know, go ahead, Doc.
It says evil concupiscence, right? So you got Jake out here. They lusting after evil shit.
Right.
They can't wait to get into some wickedness. Like you had little Dirk song. I forgot the name of that shit, but it don't matter, right? Basically, he said a nigga pissed him off. You see, basically, offended him, and he said he was happy and he was excited that it happened because now he can commit some wickedness. Now he can do something to him.
Yeah, not can murder. Yeah.
Yeah, he said yes. Like, bro, what the fuck? You
Jake.
see, that's Jake, man.
Yeah.
Covetousness, which is idolatry, right? A shit. Coveting or desiring, right, other people's things, and that's what leads Jake to basically to take those things,
Right.
right? Robbery, right? But go back here. It says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High." All right, so everybody ain't even the sons of the Most High, even though you come from that line.
Right.
But you gotta behave like it. You see, it's not just a just a title. You got to live up to it, and you are living up to it by being led by the Spirit of the Most High. That's how you are a son.
Right. John 8 and 47, I believe, or 49. Let me see.
John 8.
John 8 and we started at 42, brother.
John 8 and 42 says, Yahweh Shai said unto them, if the Most High were your father, ye would love me. For I
Right.
perceive.
Right, because you got niggas Jake in the church. God, my father. But if the Most High really was your father, you would love Yahweh Shai, man. You would love this truth. But we have encountered a lot of Jakes who hate this truth, man. Who hate what this truth requires of them. So they really hate the Father. Go ahead, Doc.
Right. It says, for I proceeded forth and came from the Most High, neither came I of myself, but he sent me.
Right. Neither came him of himself, but the Father sent him. So that goes to show you that the Trinity doctrine is trash. The Most High sent him. All right. So the Lord made him. Okay. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word.
Right. They can receive the truth. He was going off on them niggas, bro. That John chapter 8 is like the ultimate cuss out chapter, bro. Like he was going in on them hoe ass niggas back then, bro. Think that they know the scriptures, not knowing that they were talking to the scriptures. They were talking to Yahweh Shai. He the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was going in, bro. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
Right. So
He said, and the Most High,
yeah. He talking to Israelites. Telling them, look, you niggas are the sons of the devil. These are Israelite men, okay? Born of Jacob's seed, all right. I knew their tribes and everything. But their minds wasn't that of an Israelite, man. Of righteousness, bro. So he was cussing them niggas out, saying, look, you niggas are the devil, bro. Just like today, we call some of you niggas the devil, bro. Because you're not doing what the scriptures say to do, man. Jacob's out here doing what they want to do in Israel. Okay? Just as Jake been doing since the beginning of the time, right? The sons of God been going off. And that's why the flood had to come, because nigga was showing out. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Right, there's Cain. But he really talking about Esau, all right? Esau, a murderer, man. because those leaders of Jake back then, they was juiced in with the Romans, man. They, hey, look, read what is it? What is it? John chapter 11. How did Yahushua raise up Lazarus? They're like, look, if we don't stop this man, the Romans gonna come and take away our seat and authority. They were juiced in, bro. And Yahushua knew that. So he was cussing them niggas out. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Right, go ahead.
And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not.
Uh-huh.
Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe me?
Right, go ahead.
He that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of the Most High.
Right. Jay can't get this word because they ain't know Yahweh by Shema. They ain't led by the Spirit, man. You got to be led by the Spirit to get this word, man. Just can't know anybody get this truth, brother. No matter how many precepts you bring out, screaming, sister, brother, you can't force them into this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the Most High, get in the Spirit to receive it, or they ain't gonna get it, brother. And that's just what it is, man. We can't get this truth unless the Most High give us the Spirit to receive it, man. To hear it, right? He said, "He that is of the Most High, hear the Most High words." Man, understand these words, man. If you're not of the Most High, you're not gonna hear these words. Simple and plain. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It like they continued on and called him a Samaritan.
Yeah, bro. Jake was just, Jake being demon, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Back here, Romans 8:14, for as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, because we've been adopted back in, to the Heavenly Father through Yahweh's sacrifice. That's the real adoption. And Romans the 9th chapter tells us who the adoption is for.
Right.
It just pertains unto Israel.
Right. And vocab alone, your breakdown of the adoption is horrible. Hey, look, I heard this nigga say, he was like, what make the adoption so beautiful is a relationship between Joseph and Jesus. Because Joseph wasn't Jesus' actual father.
Man, come on.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, here we go. But what the Christian church do? They take things and just mix them up, bro, and try to sound deep and like they're on point. Nigga don't have a clue. But he's not of the Father, so of course vocab gonna say what he's saying.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
It says, and the children and heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. So we've been made heirs, right, with Yahushua, because we believe we are those men. We've been led by the Spirit. We are sons together with Yahushua. And we go to Galatians. What's that? Galatians 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we probably do a part 2 to this, brother.
Right. I'm just what I said before we started. Yeah. It might be.
We're gonna do a part 2.
Find like a little stopping point.
Yeah.
It says Galatians 4:4. It says, but when the fullness of the time was come, the Most High sent forth His Son, made of a woman, made under the law. Right. Talking about Yahushua, coming, having a birth, right? Have from his father and his mother, right? Joseph and Mary, to redeem them that were under the law, the Israelites, because the Israelites are only the ones that were given the law, right? But it's going to be the elect on this side, that we might receive the adoption of sons, right? So that's who the adoption is for. It says, and because ye are sons, the Most High sends forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of the Most High through Yahushua.
Right.
See?
Paul said that what he said about us suffering with him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta suffer, brother. Ain't no way around it. I know way around it, brother. You gotta go through it in order to be glorified with your Yahweh, man. Ain't nobody just skipping to the kingdom, brother. As it says, through much tribulation, we must enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Through much of it, man. So
Mm-hmm.
when things go left in your life, so-called, brother, don't think it's strange. And you have to constantly remind yourself of those things, brothers. Don't think it's strange when things go left. Okay, when things go far left. Because sometimes things go far left, man. Just know that you're suffering for the Lord's sake. Satan messing with your demons and stuff, brother, it happens. But you have to set your mind on enduring, no matter what. Your mindset should be, I got to keep on pushing on, regardless of the situation, man. You got to keep going. You're not the only brother who have lost wives or lost, custody of their children, okay? Lost a good, decent job, lost your car, or got bad health. You're not the only brother, bro. It's a lot of brothers with those testimonies, man. You think that you're going through something until you hear another brother give his testimony, like, okay, Chad, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I don't know how to deal with that brother dealing with, because he's dealing with some real stuff. But you got to go through it, though, brother. We all got our own portion, okay? And, hey, you're going to either, make you or break you, man. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say too, even when you mess up or do something that you shouldn't have done, hey, the Most High bring hell upon you too.
Yeah.
But something you didn't did, hey, and just like I always heard the apostle say, the Most High is a hard teacher.
Yeah.
And it could be terrible, but you got to endure.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Woo! I got a testimony. Go ahead.
I don't know, because I don't know. You want to say this for the part 2, or you had like a
Yeah. Well, yeah. We can go from yeah.
Because it's gonna start going to all the suffering and stuff like that.
Bet. Yeah, we said for part 2.
What verse is that? It's like what?
18.
Yeah,
Con.
18 on down. I don't know. You about to make a point?
No. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. That's it.
All right, cause you ain't have no other precepts, nothing like that.
Lie, brother. Go ahead.
All right, Con. So, hey, with that, hey, we hope this lesson was edifying, and give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akiam, to the elect. They are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing His truth and faith and His sincerity. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.